We would like to welcome our keynote speaker, second keynote speaker. He is in Tokyo, but he regrets not being able to be with us today physically, but we're happy to welcome him remotely on the screen. Please welcome Mr. Ashwani GUPTA, Director, Representative Executive Officer and COO, NISSAN Motor Corporation. Hello, Mr. Gupta. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear. Thank you.
You have the floor.
Hello, everyone. I think my introduction was giving that I'm in Tokyo, but I'm not able to join you because, we have financial announcement today and I just can't move out my headquarters. So please accept my attendance by virtual today. It is really a pleasure to be back with you at the French-Japanese Business Summit. As a representative of a Japanese company with the biggest French shareholding of any business listed in Tokyo, I'm glad to address the issues that confront both of our countries. Over the past 12 months, we have lived through enormous challenges. The pandemic has loomed large for all of us, whether in our personal and professional lives. But as ever, societies, communities, and each one of us have shown our resilience in the face of challenge. The pandemic reminded us how vulnerable we are, and at the same time made us realize how strong we can be as a collective. It is only through that kind of innovative thinking we will tackle the biggest challenges we face. Challenges that will long be with us once this pandemic passes, and the challenges of the unknown in the coming years. The theme of today's conference, then, is not only very relevant to where we are today, it may also be a hopeful theme, a positive theme, one that helps us all look forward to a more imaginative and more sustainable future. However, with so much uncertainty in the world, though we can dream of the world in 30 years, we should be prepared for unimaginable future. Questions like climate change will be very much depend on what happens over the next few years. With 2050 being so far away, we could well be in the midst of a climate disaster, or we could have pulled together as a global community to go some way to fix it. Data and facts will be limited, but human grit and perseverance give us the hope and allows us to dream of the possibilities. Whether it is 2030 or 2050 or beyond, what matters is our actions today and our dreams for tomorrow. With this hope, I will now talk about the conceivable trends. Next, please. So what are the biggest challenges and possibilities that we see through to 2050? When I look at this question, I break it down from three key perspectives: people, society, and planet. There is a common denominator to the challenges and the opportunities faces these three constituencies. They are connected, they exist in harmony, and yet they can be adverse to each other if not looked at as a whole. We can become more sustainable at all three levels. We will overcome the real dangers posed by climate change and leverage opportunities offered by disruptions. Next, please. Let us start with us, people. It is true that as people of this planet, our actions and conscience are most of the time at contradiction. But I am not dejected as I see the current generation is carrying the beacon of hope. They will stand as an inspiration to the babies born today. We call it Generation Alpha. By 2050, the current generation Z group will be middle age. The generation Alpha will drive the future. What their consumer attitudes will be is truly anyone's guess. But you can see themes that will carry through from what we see today, whether that is a freedom of choice, diversity, or authentic human connectivity. These themes will be with us through to 2050 and beyond. At every level, we have a responsibility as businesses to ensure that people can move sustainably, safely, and with minimum adverse impact on the environment. The future generation will thrive on and expect real-time dialogue and a sense of partnership, building value through mutual exchange of knowledge. We inspire them by offering unique and intelligent experiences with a human touch point and a sense of personal control and ownership. Next, please. Coming to society, a collective unit. Population is set to hit almost 10 billion by 2050. This will mean a fundamental change to how and where we live. This will create a massive increase in the need for services such as energy, transport, and medical care, as well as added stresses of waste management and pollution. As a result, cities in 2050 will be built or rebuilt to provide for the basic needs of their populations in ways that absolutely must be sustainable. At a macro level, this creates enormous new challenges of infrastructure, connectivity, and mobility. By 2050, the metaverse that in 2021 will grow into omniverse with multiple cross-chain possibilities. The virtual economy will become as important as the physical economy. There will be a true merge of digital and physical space, which will bring with the new opportunities for the global population. By 2050, the effect of artificial intelligence adoption will be widely felt across all aspects of our daily lives. Unseen to the everyday, it will be working in the background to make lives better, easier, and healthier. These are all opportunities for those with the right mindset, the right innovation, and the right solution. Tapping into people's desire for flexible lifestyle, for hybrid working, for seamless integrated mobility. This is something we recognize at NISSAN, where the future mobility solutions are central to our NISSAN Next midterm business plan. Next, please. Ultimately, all our actions have an impact on our planet. The future of planet is non-negotiable. Carbon neutrality is the world's most urgent mission. All of us feel the changes, and deep down in our hearts, we know we are responsible. We are breaking this beautiful circle of life. My perception is that people all over the world now are finally recognizing the need for decarbonization to happen immediately to avoid an enormous disaster. The discussions this week and next at COP26 summit in Glasgow are of course critical in that process. We all hope the negotiations produce an outcome that sets us on a course to limit global rises to less than 1.5 degrees Celsius. We truly need a global coalition for carbon neutrality by 2050. Alongside the climate is the need for natural resource protection. Here too, we need concerted actions for increasing resource efficiency, which will have numerous benefits for the economy and the environment. Of course, these two huge challenges are not simple to resolve, but the time for action is now. Let's think, how can each and every one of us help shift the balance? We have to work with nature, not against it. I will talk later about what actions we at NISSAN are taking here. Next, please. Nissan was built to be a pillar of society. This was the dream of our founders. This gave us the spirit to dare to do things which others do not. And with this spirit, we have committed to be part of the collective to drive innovation that enrich people's lives. We fully recognize and anticipate 2050 disruptions that will change the way we live and the way we drive. All the trends we see translate into a transformed mobility future where, with the expansion of intelligent artificial intelligence and machine learning, the ownership model is set to change. We can anticipate future where cars will become a true third space that we do more than just drive or be driven. A digital and physical space where we can be anywhere with anyone digitally using augmented reality while moving physically, and one that will exist harmoniously with the lives on our planet. I want to talk about the actions we are taking today to make this a reality. Number one, our approach to carbon neutrality. Number two, our integration into urban environments. And number three, our personalization of the customer experience. Next, please. As I said earlier, carbon neutrality is non-negotiable. Nissan has joined this movement with a pledge to be carbon neutral by 2050 across life cycles of our products. We are the first Japanese automotive company to set a net zero emissions target that has been verified by the Science Based Targets Initiative. We also signed the business ambition for 1.5 degrees Celsius commitment. When we look at carbon neutrality, we do so across our entire operational and product life cycle. Next, please. Towards this, just this summer, we announced our first EV 360 hub in the United Kingdom, up to £1 billion investment in an electric vehicle manufacturing ecosystem. Then last month, we put into operation our first Nissan Intelligent Factory at our Tochigi plant, which will manufacture next generation vehicles using innovative technologies, all with the aim of supporting our commitment to carbon neutrality. Our Nissan Intelligent Factory is built with sustainability at the forefront, not as an afterthought. We are also embarking on an ambitious electrification program for our vehicles across our key markets. By early 2030s, all of our new Nissan vehicles in key markets will be electrified. On V2X, which means vehicle for everything, as early as 2011, we launched it. Furthermore, we have introduced vehicle to house in the market and shown proof of concept for vehicle to buildings and vehicle to grid. We are proud to say that today, more than 70% of V2X pilot projects globally use Nissan Leaf. On battery recycling, we established battery reuse and repurpose business through 4R Energy, and we are the first OEM to superhead such initiatives. Through this initiative, we have refurbished more than 200,000 batteries. Next, please. Looking at the future of urban mobility, we couple the responsibility we feel to improve urban life with our passion for driving innovation. On one side, that is about technology and autonomy. Our ProPilot driver assistance technology is already installed more than 1 million vehicles. We are constantly looking to improve and refine this technology, all in the pursuit of more autonomous driving that can ultimately lead us all achieving zero fatalities and zero accidents on the road. This will see Nissan introduce more autonomous drive systems, more artificial intelligence capabilities, and increasing connectivity. This is a trend driven by customers. In an age of omnipresent connectivity, customers expect their vehicles to be communications capable for all types of social and practical interaction. The car will become the connecting hub for our technological experience, where we can host meetings, check in with the parents, or be pitch side at a sports match or on stage with your favorite band. Next, please. Let me give you one example closer to home here in Japan. Nissan and our partners signed an agreement in spring of this year with 3 local governments in Fukushima Prefecture, north of Tokyo, Japan. Our hub and spoke transport system sits at the center of the project, as are new technologies to make the electric supply more resilient by integrating electric vehicles and their batteries. Their coastal town chosen to anchor this event, Namie, was damaged and evacuated during Great 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Namie is at the heart of new agreement along with Futawa and Minami Soma. The project is widely and involves many community development activities, but broadly, it's designed to make a difference in 4 ways. Introduce mobility services that help people get around, use of renewable energy to reduce carbon emissions, energize communities, help them be more resilient to natural disasters. So a project that we are proud of in terms of the real world impact can have on communities. I look forward to updating you all, I hope, next year on the progress we have made in Namie. I think we can stay on the same slide. Finally, the most dynamic of all these trends are customers. The 2 technologies which are related to the trends are highlighted here. First, the role of artificial intelligence. Its potential to transform mobility is vast. From large-scale data analysis all the way down to the individual microsensor that delivers a truly personalized service for someone in one of our vehicles. At the same time, electrification is going to continue to transform the mobility. What we believe is that consumer expectations of enjoyment, safety, and personal expression through their choice of vehicle cannot be lost in the electric era. Our role is to serve customer with exceptional and intelligent mobility solutions. Next, please. So what at Nissan are we doing in this area? First, we are thinking through how we personalize the experience for our customers through AI. Second, we are looking to enhance driving enjoyment in our electric vehicles. That means using new technologies enabled by 100% electric motor drive system. Imagine if you wish to go to the beach with friends, a great convertible arrives, you are shopping with the children, and then the SUV is waiting, all without you having to request one. And your personal preferences, setting routes, even the color are just set how you like them. The future of customer experience will see the shift. Next, please. In amongst all the turbulence, the transformation, and the technology of the world today, how we stay grounded and focused at Nissan is through our purpose. That is, driving innovation to enrich people's life. Through staying true to this purpose, we stay focused on the things that matter most. A society that has 0 emissions and 0 fatality. A world in which each of us is empowered with true freedom of mobility. A product range that is innovative and accessible to people. And a way of interacting with customer that is personalized and exciting. This is our vision of a true sustainable future. A future that is built on our promise to the future generations. A promise of cleaner and happier world. A future that allows them to dream, not to repent, a future of possibilities. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to the rest of this important and insightful event that celebrates the best of Japanese and French business cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta, for joining us remotely. It was a great pleasure to have your session with us today.